testing. We are testing. Testing the stream. Testing the stream. La da dee da da. La da dee da da. That should not be. That should not be. Okay, alright, it is working. That should not be. That should not be. It works. Ian, you're cracking me up. Hey everybody, how's it going? So who all is here? Welcome. Chris, is that you? That's awesome. Hi everybody, how is it going? Nice to see you. I just want to make sure this is working. Let me know if you can hear and see me okay. Let me know. If any of you are used to watching me on Facebook Live, which I do every day, this is definitely a different type of viewing experience because with Concert Window comes some other limitations, and so the only way to do this secretly is to kind of do it through my older laptop machine. And last year we did the 7 Songs in 7 Days concert like just in my living room on a couch, and I thought that that was really nice and fun, and so I thought that maybe we could kind of recreate that by doing it here. This is actually where I write and do a lot of my administrative work. I actually have a different room where I stream for Facebook and do some recording, but this is kind of like my work area. So who all is here? I'd love to give you a little shout, so please let me know. It looks like I can see comments, so yeah, since you're my patrons, you're getting the real raw, intimate deal. The lighting, I think, will get better as the sun goes down. So thanks everyone for being here. Sorry, I'm not used to this whole little setup. Okay, it looks like Ian's here. I can't quite tell who else is here. Because I don't see any comments. Yep, exactly, Ian. There we go. Okay, we've got some comments coming in. Very cool. All right, so to start off, I'm going to do the songs that I wrote last year for 7 Songs in 7 Days, and I have to say, a lot of these I was surprised. I had forgotten about them, and they never really made it to performing them more regularly. So I'm excited to share these with you. This one's Puppy Love. When I'm deepest in the darkness, somehow your face still comes to light. All its stillness, all its realness, with the fullness of the night. When I'm weeping, somehow creeping, your name carries through my breath, as though you whisper while I'm sleeping, so that I can never rest. And I know, yeah, I know that this wasn't puppy love, even if it wasn't quite enough. We were mired in the face of finally finding something right, but so tired, beat by resistance, and then we lost the will to fight. Though I knew I'd never say goodbye to you, even when you asked me to. You should know, you should know that you still hurt for whatever that is worth. And I know, yeah, I know that this wasn't popular, even if it wasn't quite enough. Welcome, everybody. Let me know who's here. Michael, it's great to see you. Ian, thanks for being here. I'm glad you're here. And Chris, it seems like perhaps you are here. I'm not sure. I cannot tell who is here unless you send over some kind of comment. Please let me know. Today was a long day of me trying to review all these songs. I have to go ahead and tell you now, I didn't actually get to review every single one. I made it through the 5th song of this week's 7 Songs in 7 Days. I just wish there were more hours in the day, y'all. I really, truly wish I did. I wish I had them. So today, this is a private online concert just for my patrons over at Patreon. And last year when we did this concert, I just kind of did it in my living room on my couch, and it was really fun and intimate. And because we're doing this on Concert Window, it's a little bit of a different setup from a technological perspective. So this stream is certainly not as beautiful as the ones we do on Facebook, just because it requires some different setup. But thank you so much, Mishy. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you're here. So thanks for, I hope this, I think it's kind of cool because it kind of makes it a little more intimate and different. Thank you so much for being here and for hanging with me over here at Concert Window. It's been a while since I've done a Concert Window stream, and I really like it over here, so I hope you guys dig it as well. So right now we're doing the 7 Songs in 7 Days extravaganza. So we're doing all the songs from the first 7 Songs in 7 Days first, which is last year, 2017, and that was day 1's song from 2017. That one's called Puppy Love, and I really like that one, and it's been exciting to, my little thing that I use for charts is not behaving as it should, so let me see if I can fix that briefly, but please let me know if you're here. Yeah, I like that one too, Ian. Thanks so much for hanging out and spending time with me today, y'all. Let me know, oh, hi, Ken, great to see you. I know, isn't this so fun? Yes, and Michael, to answer your question, normally I cannot do the glass. You can kind of see that there's a little bit of glare from my screens. I use screens for everything, and so that is why I don't normally wear the glasses on the Facebook streams, because I have really bright lights where I normally do those from. I just want to make sure, auto lock, that should not be on. Okay. How do I fix you? This is not okay. It's just not okay. It's always something, I think. I don't know why it's doing that. Alright, well then we're just going to have to play extra octopus arms today, I think. Yeah, tell me who all is here. I know, okay, we've got Michael, Ian, Ken, Michelle, so that's 4, and it looks like there's perhaps 6 more of you watching, so please let me know that you're here. It would really mean a lot to me, and I just vexed over this. This is very frustrating. Display. It won't let me not put it on auto lock because. Alright. Okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Oh yeah, this is live, that's for sure. Okay. And yeah, if you missed my whole spiel, I spent all day working on this stuff, so that's just how it goes. But that's why I thought this would be fun to do a little different than, I know a lot of you hang out with me on the Facebook live streams, and this is definitely not as well produced as that. This is more of just kind of an intimate, fun thing. Okay, let's get to the songs, shall we? Alright, this one is from day 2 of last year's 7 Songs in 7 Days. The prompt was, Hold So Dear, I believe, was the prompt for this. And I know, Ian, I think you liked this one. So this one was actually more produced. It kind of had like some production to it. Silver Lining. If you really want to know what's on my mind, go ahead and try to find out what's behind the stillness of the night. And if you really want to waste my time, tell me there's a silver lining. If you really want to know what's on my mind, go ahead and try to find out what's behind the stillness of the night. And if you really want to waste my time, tell me there's a silver lining. It's getting late. If we don't go now, we'll miss them at the gate. And the edges of my view begin to fade. Are you still here? Hold my hand before I slip into the panic that I've come to hold so dear. If you really want to know what's on my mind, go ahead and try to find out what's behind the stillness of the night. And if you really want to waste my time, tell me there's a silver lining. What's on my mind? Go ahead and try to find out what's behind the stillness of the night. And if you really want to waste my time, tell me there's a silver lining. Not so fast. Hold me close so I don't coast into a chasm of the failures of my past. If you really want to know what's on my mind, go ahead and try to find out what's behind the stillness of the night. And if you really want to waste my time, tell me there's a silver lining. If you really want to know what's on my mind, go ahead and try to find out what's behind the stillness of the night. And if you really want to waste my time, tell me there's a silver lining. 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 Alright, that one's Silver Lining. That was day 2 from our 7 Songs in 7 Days last year. And our next one, this is a favorite of Ian's as well. Thank you, Ian, for being here tonight. And everybody, I know who about 5 of you are, but not more than that. So if anyone wants to, tell me you're here so I can say hello. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Cool. Alright, this is Breakup. Wouldn't it be nice, babe, to finally move on after having next to nothing, to finally get along. Time for us to wake up, time for us to make up, before we find our breakups, the only thing that makes us. Time for us to wake up, time for us to make up, before we find our breakups, the only thing that makes us. Maybe we'll never raise another glass. Maybe the dreams we shared will never come to pass. Maybe we'll never stay up again all night, holding on to every breath until the sunlight. Maybe we'll never share another laugh, look like we were each other's other half. Maybe I'll never finish your thought the way you used to finish mine, but then maybe not. Time for us to wake up, time for us to make up before we find our breakups, the only thing that makes us. Time for us to wake up, time for us to make up before we find our breakups, the only thing that makes us. We never need to see eye to eye. I don't expect to only have blue skies. Maybe we'll sail through the rest of our lives, forget we ever had to give it another try. Time for us to wake up, time for us to make up before we find our breakups, the only thing that makes us. Time for us to wake up, time for us to make up before we find our breakups, the only thing that makes us. Wouldn't it be nice, babe, to finally move on after having next to nothing, to finally get along? Alright, that one's called Break Up, and that was, I'm starting to lose count, I think that's day 3 of 2017, 7 Songs in 7 Days, and I like that one. I always hoped that I might go back to it and write in a bridge of some kind, but never quite happened. But when I have performed it live with a band, it's actually gone rather well. I like we just do kind of an instrumental section there, and it's been really lovely. Please let me know if you're watching. I'd love to say hello to you. I know Michelle, Ian, Michael, Ken are here. I'm not sure if Chris, it looks like Chris might have been here. I'm not sure if you're here, Chris, but I'd love to know if you are. Well, whoever's watching, thank you so much for being here. What's going on? Yeah, well, comments work. I like comments still. Very cool. All right. And is Dennis on? Is there a Dennis? Kylie Sky, what's going on? Thank you. Yes, I was talking about that earlier. I can't usually do the glasses during the Facebook live streams because I have big bright lights where I normally stream there, but using Concert Window, I have to do it through my super old MacBook in order to make it a secret show. So I could have made it look a lot nicer and done it from my phone, but then it wouldn't have been a secret show, and that was kind of the whole point of this thing. So we're just doing super intimate on the couch style, which I hope you guys are okay with, but I think it's kind of a nice change actually from the normal Facebook thing we do. And if any of you are watching that we're acquainted and you don't watch the Facebook streams, I hope you'll find my page over at Facebook. It's facebook.com/LexLandMusic, and we get together every weekday morning and have coffee and stuff together. And that is really fun. So I hope you'll tune in with us sometime if that's new information for you. I'd love to have you there. Okay, this next one is one from 7 Songs in 7 Days last year, of course. It's called The Ropes, and it's one of the, I want to say almost all of the rest of them are in pretty heavy rotation in my live performances in the real world. And if Dennis is watching, Dennis sent me a little extra gift today during the Facebook stream and said, this is only for whiskey or accordion lessons, and which made me laugh out loud. And I sent a screenshot to my beloved and said, "And the Lord he spake, and so it shall be done." And so went and grabbed some whiskey in case Dennis was watching tonight. So yeah, The Ropes. I really like this one. It's one that I wasn't sure how I would feel about it in the moment. You know, writing these songs every day. It's hard to internalize and really get a feel for if I will be fond of them or not. But this one is good, and it's kind of about, I think the prompt was the ropes, though I can't quite recall. And the idea of this one is sort of, aren't they so fun? Yeah, there you guys go. Thank you for the hearts. I heart you right back. The idea for this one is, and if anyone wants to say anything or ask questions or whatever, I thought this might be kind of a fun, you know, super casual hang. So if anyone wants wants to comment or ask questions, I'd absolutely love to answer any of them. All right. Okay, we got a little whiskey tasting party going on. That's excellent. So this song is about the way I usually intro this at a live performance is like, isn't it odd that as humans we have this need to pair bond, and despite our hearts just getting completely stomped over and over, we still seek out that human connection of romantic love or life mateship or companionship. There were a lot of bops from last year's. Yeah, I agree. And so isn't it funny that we do that to ourselves in order to seek out this thing? And this song was inspired by I'm in a pretty happy relationship now, and it's going rather well. We're six years into the actual romance part of it, and we knew each other for a few years before that, and so it's challenging as a songwriter, because usually I used to just undergo some horrible, like, terrifying emotional experience, and then that's when I would write something. And being in a happy relationship now, it's not without its challenges, in that I just don't have a whole lot to write about a lot of the time, which is really a nice feeling after all those years of just being so miserable. But this one, I had to kind of dig through the memories like an old record crate in a record shop, and I had a relationship before moving to Austin when I was living in Los Angeles, and we broke up on New Year's Day. And it had already been disintegrating for a while, but yeah, New Year's Eve was like particularly horrid, and so we broke up on that day. And I did a lot of music work that day, but didn't write about it for a while. And so I dug through my memories of heartbreak and decided to make a little tribute to that moment. So this one's called The Ropes, and it's just a little shout out to those of us who don't give up and who persevere, because there's the possibility that we will find the right thing. I thought by now I'd have it all figured out. I thought by now I knew what love was all about. But I can't stand the pain, and still can't place the blame. When I hear you say my name, then it's over. It's over. It's New Year's Day, I can't comprehend what you say. Just behind your face, the silhouette of LA. You said this is real, you know. I said we were two once ago. All this after you told me it's over. It's over. So let us raise a glass of hope for lovers past. We who thought we hit the ground running, those of us who never saw it coming. Let us raise a toast to those who need it most, those of us who were never shown the ropes. When I spent so much time resting within you, and then the empty space of being here, so many miles away, thousands of days, and all the while I say to myself, it's over. It's over. So let us raise a glass to hope for lovers past. We who thought we hit the ground running, Those of us who never saw it coming, let us raise a toast to those who need it most. Those of us who were never shown the ropes. Oh, the years press on. Oh, how they go by. Do we ever outgrow the stars in our eyes? Don't the years press on? Oh, how they go by. Do we ever outgrow the stars in our eyes? Don't the years press on? Oh, how they go by. Do we ever outgrow the stars in our eyes? Oh, the years press on. Why do I still try? Will we ever outgrow the stars in our eyes? Try not to raise our glass to hope for lovers past. We are through, we hit the ground running. Those of us who never saw it coming, let us raise a toast to those who need it most. Those of us who were never shown the ropes. Those of us who were never known the ropes. Those of us who were never grown. Yeah, it is anthemic slightly, isn't it, Ian? I have to apologize that the tuning on that was so horrible. It hurt me even, but once I got going, I didn't feel like I could stop. All right. Thanks everyone so much for being here. If I have not given you a personal shout out, please tell me that you're here. I'd love to be able to say hello to you. And really extra special thank you for being my patrons. If you're here, that means you're a patron, and I'm just so appreciative of you. It enables me to create videos and more recordings and all of those things. I won't give you an itemized list, but it really enables me to continue to do a lot more things, and I'm hoping will allow me to eventually produce more recordings on my own that we release out into the world. And so I so appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting me. And I hope you guys had fun at 7 Songs in 7 Days. What did you think of it? How are you? Those of you who are new to Patreon, what do you think of it? And tell me all about it. Cool. All right. Our next song from last year's, we're almost done with last year's 7 Songs in 7 Days. Yeah. This is just really bumming me out. Okay. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Ian. I'm glad to hear it. Our next song is called From Hell with Love. So any of you who aren't familiar with everything that I do, I have a few side projects. So my main thing, my main alter ego squeeze is Lex Land. And she, I really have to kind of separate these things out. It's so silly. But she sort of does this kind of romantic jazzy pop, and that was challenging, because my first couple albums, the Lex Land albums, are really eclectic. Like they're mostly folky, but a little jazzy and a little R&B and like kind of dark, but kind of like really saccharine and pop, and I think, I don't know, I think that's why perhaps they were not as successful as we all might have liked. So in recent years, I've been trying to sort of funnel all of these different personalities into different projects, and so I'm really trying to make Lex Land more of a jazzy mamzelle, and sort of funneling my darker acoustic folk material into a different project I have called One Big Dark Room. And really I'd been writing, oh, I'm so glad, Michael. That's awesome to hear. Thank you so much for saying that. One Big Dark Room, the idea for that started several years ago, when a very close friend of mine passed away, unexpectedly back in 2012. She was just shy of 26 at the time, so I was 24, 25 at the time, and she was really, before she died, she was sort of my muse as well, and we wrote a lot to each other. She was an incredible writer, not a musician, but authoress, and just in general creative person. She was brilliant and stunning, and I miss her terribly. But she was also very troubled, and we had a very tumultuous relationship. So when she passed away, I started writing a lot, and the first song, maybe I'll play that for you guys tonight. The first song I think I wrote after she died, like 1 or 2 days after she died, the song's called "My Baby's in the Morgue," and it's something. It's probably like one of the songs I'm most proud of. I just think it's really well done, in my opinion, of course. And I tried to play it at a Lex Land show, and people like started laughing because they thought it was a joke, which of course they did. And so I realized, like, probably before that, but around that time, that some things just don't make sense for like, you know, I have to be consistent with my branding, and while I want to have these tough conversations about grief and mortality, like, I'm not really able to do that if I want everyone to just like be having a fun time at a Lex Land show. So for instance, I started trying I wrote so much after she passed away that I you know, thought, okay, I need to kind of put this into its own project. And I wrote a lot of songs that were kind of more dancey, but along the same theme. And yeah, I should do that one. I'll see if I can. Maybe I'll do that at the end of the 7 Songs in 7 Days thing. But some kind of dancey ones that still hinged on the same theme. And so that project is called More Haunter. So it's a lot of like kind of it's like dance music with dark lyrical content, kind of. And then of course I've got so One Big Dark Room, More Haunter, Lex Land, and then I also have a swing band with my friend Brian Kramer. So that's called the Kramerland Swing Band, and we were doing a residency there for a while, but now it looks like we're going to be doing some seasonal performances and weddings and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the rundown of all of my projects. So this next one that I'm going to do for you, all of this had a purpose. All of this talking had a purpose. Is I started writing, or you know, I had already, by the time she had died, I had already written a lot of material that would have worked just fine for One Big Dark Room. And then when she passed away, I wrote a lot of songs around that theme. And then 7 Songs in 7 Days last year, I wrote a lot of really good ones, in my opinion, that I thought would work quite well for that project. And so 7 Songs in 7 Days last year really got me, kind of lit the fire under my ass, so to speak, to really do something with it, because I had the name in mind already. I had like a Twitter handle and a website and like all that stuff, and I just had never done anything with it. It was something that was just kind of weighing on my conscience for several years. So I finally, last year, after 7 Songs in 7 Days, was like, I'm going to release an EP of this One Big Dark Room stuff. And this was really the big catalyst is this next song. It's called From Hell with Love. And you know, this is now I wrote this song 5 years into grieving my friend, and I liked playing with the idea that when someone makes their transition, like sort of from a philosophical standpoint, like who's really the one that suffers, like who's the one that like there's a metaphorical death on our side as well as a physical death on their side. And we used to talk and joke around about we sort of built our whole own mythology around the oh, thanks, Corey, that's really awesome. The theme of Orpheus and Eurydice and Alice in Wonderland and all these things. We wrote a lot of poetry and wrote a lot of things together that we passed back and forth and kind of built this mythology around. And so this is definitely centered in that. It's called From Hell with Love, and it's basically like a letter to the dead from the living, asking how they're doing in hell. But as the song progresses, you kind of get the sense that perhaps the one who is living is actually living a hell in their own sense, because they're without the other. And so this was really the kind of like I said, the catalyst for getting going with One Big Dark Room. So if you like this one, it's available on the EP. Finally released that last year. Greetings, darling dear. It's been years since you've been near. What's the weather like in Texas this time of year? Word is soon it'll be worse there than it is here. Oh, my lady fair, do you even care? Eternity unfolds so fast, yet you remain. When you come, will you still pray to my given name? I sing a little tune, hope that you'll write soon. No, I never will give up. I'll see you soon enough. From hell with love. Oh, were you asleep? Secrets that we keep are glowing deep. If I could only touch you, then you would know what was really going on below. I sing a little tune, hope that you'll write soon. No, I never will give up. I'll see you soon enough. From hell with love. Everything's so clear when you cry. The stars fall from the sky like rain. P.S. the only thing I fear, you'll forget me, and my love for you won't change. So I wish on the moon you'll be along soon. Really, there's no rush. You'll be with me soon enough. Never lovelier dust. You miss me too, I trust. From hell with love. That's From Hell with Love. Thanks everyone so much for being here. I'm not sure who all is here. I'd love to greet you personally. Thanks so much for coming. So leave me a comment if you're able to, so that I can say hello. And thanks everyone for being here. I love the EP too. It is really a special little thing. My beloved Eduardo and my sweet friend Pat, who plays upright bass. We all recorded it in our garage in our home, and all live, because at the time we didn't have really very great way to record things. Like, the quality of the recording is good, but we couldn't listen back to it at the monitor ourselves while we were recording it. And so it's just so we recorded it just live with room mics in one take pretty much. I mean, we might have done a couple passes to try it, but all the recordings you hear are live. And that's the EP is called From Hell with Love. And it's my One Big Dark Room debut EP. It's up on Bandcamp, but also if any of you hang out on the Facebook live streams, I actually have some links to it in the request list page. If you scroll down to the original section, the songs that are on the EP are actually linked to the EP. FYI. Thanks everyone so much for coming and hanging out with me today. If you missed my spiel earlier, I was explaining that this is not as high quality a production as our Facebook live streams, because concert window in order for me to create this secret show. I have to do it technologically a little differently, so thank you for hanging out with us. I still think it's kind of cool. It makes it a little more intimate and fun. Right now we're knocking out all of the 2017 7 Songs in 7 Days, and I'm going to get to the 7 Songs in 7 Days for 2018. I have to disclaim to you now, I spent all day reviewing these, and I didn't quite make it to the last 2 songs for this year. So we can talk about it, see if you guys want me to do another stream. That would be awesome. Ian, thank you so much. Ian went ahead and dropped the... Oh, thank you so much, Michael. That's incredibly sweet. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you guys in Missouri. That sounds amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, so just disclaimer there, if we want to get together and do this again, I'm totally open to do that. I just didn't quite have enough time to knock everything out today. Okay, this one is one of my... I think last year when I wrote it for 7 Songs in 7 Days, I was like, and then so didn't really add it. And then lately I've been like really pumped about this one. It's called Square One. If we started out again at square one, it wouldn't be the worst we ever had. If we had to go again from square one, I don't know that it would be so bad. We could relive the day I first saw your face from across that crowded room. I'd much prefer it to the day I watched you fade away under the pale light of the moon. I suppose we could just say it's been fun, chalk it up to us both going mad. But if we could just start again at square one, I don't know that it would be so bad. We could relive the day I first saw your face from across that crowded room. I'd much prefer it to the day I watched you fade away under the pale light of the moon. I suppose we could just say it's been fun, chalk it up to us both going mad. But if we could just start again from square one, I don't know that it would be so bad. It wouldn't be the worst we ever had. In fact, I don't think it would be so bad. Cool, that one's square one, and as I mentioned, when I wrote that one last year for 7 Songs in 7 Days, I was sort of lukewarm about it, and just lately, like in the last month or two, I've gotten really pumped about it again. And in fact, we performed it with my quartet at Parker Jazz Club here in Austin last month. This is another one that I wouldn't say I forgot about, but I wrote last year, and when I was reviewing it today, I was like, why am I not ever doing this one? I would definitely consider this a one big dark room song, perhaps. It's not like gothy, for lack of a better way of putting it. Cool. Thank you so much, Ken. I'm so glad you guys are digging it. I think it's a special thing for a special kind of crowd. So I'm glad that's you. Yeah, I would say just because it's sort of more somber in nature that this would classify as a one big dark room song. Though it is about, it's my little, I looked at the post from last year, and it's kind of like my version of my modern day fairy tale. So just finally finding someone that works for me and that I work for, you know what I'm saying, romantically. So I'm really excited to play this one for you today because it was a good reminder of just how nice this little song is, and I like it, and I really want to reincorporate it back into my real world. So I'm looking forward to playing this one for you. So this was song 7 from last year's 7 Songs in 7 Days, and we're gonna get into the new songs here. Let's see. Just some girl with a guitar, drunk as hell in her backyard. Finally her lucky star fell straight into her heart. Just some guy from a golden coast chased a dream of life on the road, and by surprise in Austin found someone to call him home. Oh, could it be real? A normal life head over heels, and on the other side of night I could finally see the light. Arms outstretched across the seat to connect you and me. Our interlacing fingers play on the idea of what could be. Oh, could it be real? A normal life head over heels, that on the other side of night I could finally see the light. Oh, the drapes now have been drawn. Could it be that I belong? Will you come running when I call? Can things end happily after all? If it's true, don't make me wait before I evaporate. Might not make it through unscathed, but at least we'll be away. That one is called Awake, and I love that one, and I'm so glad we did this concert today because I needed to be reminded of that. And Ian, I'm glad you love that jazzy song, because we're getting into 7 Songs for 7 Days 2018 now, and we're gonna do the first one. I don't know, y'all. There are a lot of good ones from this batch too. That I mean, you know, again, good in my opinion, but I'm highly self-critical, so you know, take that as you will. But I think I see the most potential for this one as far as use in the real world. This one's called The Way It Used to Be, and any of you who might not have seen the blog post about it, I have a close, well, I had a close friend, and we had a falling out several years ago, and then we made amends, and then we had another falling out, and this person is kind of known for having falling outs, though. This wasn't completely my fault. And yeah, I tried to kind of piece things back together, and it has not yet worked out. But we're at a point where we can sort of work together and be amicable, and it's fine. But it really makes me so sad because I just miss them so much, and really miss the stuff we used to do and make together. So on Monday of this past week, I had a session with my friend Brian, and this person was at the session, and it was frustrating because I wanted to just enjoy myself and have fun with my friend, and I didn't feel like I could because there's this weirdness and resentment and, you know, all that stuff, and it just feels icky and sad. It makes me really sad. So on the way home, I didn't have phone service. I was stuck in traffic on the way home, and I pretty much got the, I wanted to use the prompt, The Way It Used to Be, and so I kind of had it in my head of like what the melody would sound like, so I threw on my voice memo app, and pretty much got the whole thing, obviously not with accompaniment, but I had in my brain, I had a pretty good idea of what the accompaniment was going to be. So it was kind of cool, because when I did finally get a chance to sit down and write it out, it was pretty much fully formed. So I'm really excited about this one. It's called The Way It Used to Be, and I'm going to go ahead and perform it live for the first time for you all right now, which is very exciting. As I keep saying, I know we've got Corey, Ian, Ken, Michael, perhaps Michelle. I'm not sure who all is still here from the beginning. So if you are here and I don't know it because you have not sent a comment yet, please send me a comment so I can say hello to you and love on you a little bit. All right, I'm excited about this one, y'all. Okay, The Way It Used to Be. The way it used to be, so short the sun's time shining, but the enchanted night so long. How we'd play like it was meant to be, almost always falling in the key to make a lovely song. Oh, what magic we might have made had we never strayed. Such sweet sounds that still ring out, I can't keep them at bay. Were the thing, I must say it truly was a sight, how what once was so right could go so wrong. Oh, but still I love to say what fun we had way back in the day, way back when it was the way it used to be. Oh, what magic we might have made had we never strayed. Such sweet sounds that still ring out, I can't keep them at bay. Where the thing, I must say it truly was a sight, how could what once was so right go so wrong? Oh, but still I love to say what fun we had way back in the day, way back when. Not now, but then. Dear old friend, could we try again? Make it the way it used to be. Right in the middle of that, I thought about Kylie Sky, whose name I had not just re-said out loud a second ago. So I know Kylie Sky might be here as well. So yeah, if you're here, let me know. That one's called The Way It Used to Be. That is Song 1 from 7 Songs in 7 Days 2018. Thanks everyone for tuning in with me. Has anyone just recently tuned in? I've seen a couple people dip in and out, but I'm not sure if they left and came back, or if it was one person leaving and another person coming. So please let me know if you're here. I really want to say thank you for being here. Cool. And in case you missed it, I, despite working all day on it today and a lot of the day yesterday, I do not have the final 2 songs ready for you guys to do today. I could try. It would be a miserable failure, and I don't want to do that to you, because what's the point? Oh, Michelle. Thank you. I know. Those were special days. I miss them. I miss them a lot. I so agree, Michael. I so agree. Yeah, I think the sad part is that they're I think that's a thing too. We're both alive. We're both alive and able, and it's just sad to let such petty stuff kind of come between something, such a special bond. But let that not be the case with any of us, okay? And Michelle, I love you and miss you, and I'm glad that you were there for those times too. Those were fun. And quite debaucherous. Cool. All right. So this next one, we're getting kind of back into One Big Dark Room territory with some of these. But I'm pretty pleased with this one, actually. Like, a lot of these I thought, while I was going through the motions, Here's another sad ballad, Lexland. But I dig them. I think they have a place for sure. Certainly in the One Big Dark Room canon. And this was a prompt from Corey. Corey, are you still here? Yeah, I like that one too, Ian. I think that's going to be a good one once it lives some life. I think I might just take a rest, put an end to all this pettiness. For after all, is not it so? This body's just a shell I tow towards some never-ending night, and it's always somehow out of sight. I think I might just sleep a while, dream we've met on some green isle, for I've resigned to dust and earth, unless I see you first. Autumn's the finest skin, but I'm only ever looking down, for at my feet her fallen suns I'll only ever tread upon. I know you know just what I mean. I yearn for our last reckoning, for what could be a better thing than to reunite with my lost queen? I'll never know what it was worth, unless I see it first. Our story is such a distant past, sepia days not meant to last. And am I wrong to wonder how you plot about this planet now? I'll never quench that thirst, unless I see you first. Alright, that one is Unless I See You First, and that was a song that we wrote based on a prompt from Corey for Unless I See You First. So I was pleased with that one as well. Again, thank you so much everyone for hanging out with me. Not sure who all is here, but thank you so much for being here as always. So you've heard me go on at length at this point about inspiration behind a lot of these songs, and this next one's called Ciao Bella, and this one was written based on a prompt from Nick. I don't know if Nick is here, but Nick threw in a few prompts he said that were of personal significance, and so one of his got selected for this. The Crook of Your Neck was the prompt. So made this song, and I really quite like it actually. This might be one of my favorites from this batch. And it is loosely inspired by, what have I done with my capo now? loosely inspired by, oh geez, we're live, by the song Columbia River, which is a song by a local to Texas group called La Melda, and I actually, through Patreon, I posted an exclusive cover of that song. I just love the song so much, and I you know, through trying to reverse engineer something as magical as that, this is sort of my weak attempt at it, at trying to simulate something like it. First, a few things. I really love the inversions that she uses, and the chords on that song, and just, I mean, really the melody is incredible. It's unexpected and authentic, and I just love it so much. It's very, very real and honest. And I also, I tend to go to a 3/4 or 6/8 feel for a lot of these kinds of ballads, and she uses just a pretty basic 4/4 thing. So those were some elements that I was trying to sort of recreate in this song, and I wanted to sort of cover the lyrical territory, as I mentioned in the blog post, that the stories we tell ourselves about the situations that we're in are often different from how we perceive them later. With retrospect, of course, that's not new information for anybody. But you know, coming back around to it, like, could we do better the next time, kind of a thing, was sort of my intent with this one. I also wanted to sort of simulate a lot of the cool harmonic progressions and some of the stuff that I've been listening to. Like my partner Eduardo is into a lot of cool hip music, and I just pretty much listen to music by dead people. But he's turned me on to some awesome artists, like what's the one I'm thinking of? Andy Schauf is one, and this sort of reminds me a lot of like Elliott Smith and stuff too. So I'm kind of channeling some of those artists as well. John Bryan. So that's kind of where I was coming from on this. So this one's called Ciao Bella, because I couldn't think of a name for it, and that's something that Maria used to say to me in parting. So I decided on that. Charming you could sometimes be, so delicate, soft and gentle, then a rage so like a roaring sea. Elusive, temperamental, did I ever really mind? Did I ever really mind? How smooth and fair your rounded cheek, the crook of your neck, your nose is peak. How sweet and kind your heart would seem. Did I get a glimpse of all you could be? Did I ever put it from my mind? Will I ever put it from my mind? Put it from my mind. Put it from my mind. How in your eyes secret gleamed when I first saw you that September. I can't recall most anything, but that I can remember, did I ever pay it in light? Pay it in light. Did I ever pay it in light? Did I ever pay it in light? Did I ever pay it in light? That one is Ciao Bella. Thanks everybody. It looks like either someone left and came back, or we had someone leave and a new person come in. So if you are here, please let me know so I can say thank you for coming. Thank you so much for being here. And we are on day 3 now of this year's 7 Songs in 7 Days. And to be honest, I only have a couple more because I just didn't quite have enough time to shed all of them to the extent that I felt comfortable performing them for you all today. So perhaps I owe you another concert. We'll see how you guys feel about that. I don't know either of those people, but thank you for asking. Are they like folkies, or do you know what kind of scene they're kind of from? Alright, I think this one seemed to be the one that you guys enjoyed perhaps the most, which is Stay in Bed, and this is we're now at day 4 or 5, and I was completely wiped out. I had like a session on Monday. I had this big recital on Saturday that I literally was working on the music for hours every day, like weeks leading up to it, because it was not that many songs. I'm just it was classical stuff, and I'm really out of practice with it, and the music was very challenging, and I really wanted to do it justice because it was just gorgeous music, and so I spent a ton of time working on that. Kylie, that's so funny that you say that, because when I first read that, I thought you were going to say, like, no, we definitely don't want another concert, and I was heartbroken there for a second. Okay, cool, yeah, Michael, I'm not familiar with them, but that, there are so many musicians here that doesn't mean a whole lot. I was very involved in the scene in, like, the first half of the years that I've been here, and over the last half of those years I've been a little more reclusive, to be completely honest. But I'll keep my eye out for them. They're close friends of yours? Alright. So by day 4 or day 5, I was really wiped out, and to be honest, I really just wanted to sit around and watch Netflix that day, but I had to promo this ding dang thing, and practice for the recital, and write, and record, and edit, and mix, and master, and post this song, and yeah, I really just wanted to not deal with humans that day, and I think I might have even done Facebook live streams once or twice that day too. So yeah, I was really not feeling it. So I just decided a lot of times I will go ahead and just write what I'm actually feeling in that present moment, and that's kind of fun too. I do want to check and make sure no one has tried to contact me from our little club, because I did say I was gonna make myself available for that. So let me just double check emails and stuff really briefly in case anyone's trying to hang with us. I doubt it, but well, I just want to check before we continue. Alright, I think we're in the clear. Alright, here we go. I think you guys like this one. I just want to stay in bed all day. Don't want to work, don't want to play. Just see what the tube serves up. Catch up on my favorite stuff. Never one budge from his face. No hair, no makeup, no happy face. Just to slap off yesterday's old mess. Pursue this path of loneliness. I can't help it that I'm insensitive, kinda tired. Knocks the wind right out of my sails to do what I dislike. Sometimes I don't even want to sing. Don't have it in me to be extroverting. Make nice with maladjusted adults. The judging eyes and veiled insults. I'm just trying to do something kinda make the world more like what's in my mind. Every day I place a bet. Absorb the petty epithets. I can't help it that I'm sensitive, kinda tired. And knocks the wind right out of my sails to do what I dislike. Sometimes just must be ignored, cut in front of at the store, almost killed on the drive home, 'cause someone's texting on their phone. I can't help it that I'm a sensitive kind of type. It knocks the wind right out of my sails to do what I dislike. So for the next several hours I'll just have my way. For once I'll do what I want to do and stay in bed all day. There we go. That's Stay in Bed, my weird little, like, gypsy jazz song about not wanting to do anything. Okay, cool. Alright, so, how are you guys doing? Who all is here? I know some of you, let's see, can I count? Awesome. Yeah, I like that one too, Michael. Thank you. So we've got Michael, we've got Kylie Sky, we've got Corey, we've got Ian, we've got Michelle maybe, and Ken. And it says there are 7. So if all of those people are still here, I don't know who the secret other person is. Reveal yourself to me. Oh, you like that one too? What were your guys' favorites this week? Do any of you have any favorites from the week? I'd love to know. Cool. Okay, so I think a lot of you, or it seems that a lot of you patrons like this one as well, which I'm very happy about because the antisocial person's #1 hit of the summer, I think, right? The Stay Home Club. It seemed a lot of you really like this one too, and I rather like this one as well, I think. So this is the last one that I was able to prepare for today. So please don't be offended. I wasn't able to really shed Good Old Days or the Looking Glass song. I don't feel comfortable enough to do them for you. I really tried to get to them, but had a lot of things that I was juggling to try to make this concert happen for you today. So that's why. I hope you'll forgive me. Show me some grace in that. So this last one for the 7 songs is I Don't Believe It. We did have a couple other requests earlier in the week for songs to play tonight. If you have a song of mine, I really would like to try to stick to originals tonight, just for sake of time and attention and that kind of thing. If you have something you'd like to hear, I'd love to play it for you tonight if I can. So let me know if there's a song you'd like me to do for you today, an original song. You can drop it in the comment box below. I did cover a lot of the requests. Like a lot of people said, like, do a One Big Dark Room or whatever. And so I have done a lot of those already. If there is something that you have not heard that you would like me to do, please let me know and I will do it for you before the end of today's stream. There's at least one song I need to do to honor someone's request who might be the silent person or might be someone that was wanting to watch the stream, like in the replay. But for now, here's the final song I have prepared for today's 7Songs7Days. Again, my sincerest apologies. Wasn't able to review all 7 and have them ready for you today for this year. But perhaps we'll do another concert so that we can hang out again. I would really appreciate that and enjoy that. If Evil Dennis happens to be the person that is secretly watching, just know that I took your ordinance seriously and got some whiskey today. So thank you for that. I'm enjoying my little faux old-fashioned that I made for myself. So in the blog post, I was telling you guys about my friend Heather that I lost last year, who was a really special, wonderful friend, and I miss her terribly. And I thought it would be nice to try to memorialize our relationship a little bit in a song, and I haven't really quite felt the right settling feelings yet to do so, so I thought this might be a good opportunity. But it's tricky with these kinds of songs because I want to make them personal to myself, but I also want them to be relatable to others, so it's kind of a difficult line to walk. So I wouldn't say that this accurately reflects every single detail of my relationship with my friend Heather, but it's a nice little skeleton that I hope some other people will find some solace in as well. Such a glimmer in your eye that reflected all the light from all the beautiful things that surround you. The humor cold and dry that somehow did not defy all the loveliness about you. And I know the insults you'd hurl if you were still in this world. You know it's not always about you. Give it a whirl, suck it up, girl. But I don't believe it without you. I don't believe it without you. Worked yourself to the bone, lots of time alone, more than enough to enact all the dreams you've been planning. It must have worn you down, 'cause after all you came around to the light of the fire it was fanning. We are all stardust, they say, and didn't start out that way. I do believe that about you. Am I master of my own fate? Do I have what it takes? 'Cause I don't believe that without you. I don't believe that without you. Just see me now, would you wonder how you thought I'd forget all about you? I can still hear the sound of the promise you vowed, but I don't believe it without you. I don't believe it without anything from my second album. Okay, cool. What is your favorite, Kylie Sky? Just let me know. And Michael could have had me. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and cover those first. Kylie Sky, let me know what you want to hear, and I'll do it for you if I can remember it. Of course, I know. I think might not be able to do What Happens Now. Or Oh My. I might not be able to do those. Oh My is actually not an original song. It's a song by a friend of mine named Rick Alvin Share. Alright, but we can do Could Have Had Me. Yeah, if you want me, you could have had me, baby. A long time ago, baby. Easier than you know. You were the sun for the moon burning tight. You were the cloud wrapping around my head in the sky, babe. Yeah, if you want me, you could have had me. If you want me, baby, yeah. You should have seen me. On these all sad and crying, oh, but you never cared to, baby. You were too busy lying. So I promised my love and was into do. And now you return and begging me to forgive you. Oh, but I'm sorry, babe. You could have had me if you weren't. If you want me, you could have had me, baby. If you want me, you could have had me, baby. If you want me, you could have had me, baby. If you want me, you could have had me, baby. If you wanted me, you could have had me, baby. And I want you, baby. And you would now know me, baby. There it is. Alright, that's Could Have Had Me. That was a request from Michael. It's from my first album, Orange Days on Lemon Street. It sounds not really that much like that, but that is actually closer to my original version of that song than it is to the recorded version. Yes, Kylie Scott. I mean, I have my version of it, like the way I wrote it. I would love to play it for you. Havana is a request from Kylie Sky. Thank you so much. And if anyone else has any requests for any original songs, I'd love to play one for you today. I'll do this one, and then I have one that I need to honor. Thank you so much, Michael. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. And then I have one that I need to fulfill for someone who may be here and is just being quiet, or who will watch this in the replay. So stick around and hang out if you can. If you have any other requests that you'd like to hear, please go ahead and throw them my way, and I'll do it for you in this stream. I so appreciate you. And if any of you are unfamiliar with the fact that I do Facebook live streams on a daily basis, I hope you'll join us. It's much higher production quality than this. I just thought this might be kind of like a nice intimate way of doing it, and this was actually really the only way I could do it secret, like as a secret show that wasn't on Facebook. It seemed that you guys didn't really want to be on Facebook for this, or that you preferred to not do this through Facebook, so this was the only way I could do a secret show that wasn't through Facebook. So that's why it is not as beautiful as the Facebook live streams normally are. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go check out my page. Facebook.com/LexLandMusic is my official band page, and we get together every weekday morning at about 10:30 a.m. CST, occasionally on weeknights as well for a little happy hour thing. And I just hang out with you guys, have some coffee, play some songs. So I hope you'll tune in with us sometime. Yes, Ian, I will absolutely do that one for you. First, we've got this one from Kylie Sky, this request from Kylie Sky. We were talking earlier about my my drive home with the way it used to be, and I really remember like the process of writing this song. I want to say it happened over the course of a day or two, and I used to. It was when I was living in Los Angeles, and I used to ride my bike to work, and I remember like coasting down a little hill in North Hollywood, like singing the melody to the song while I was writing it, and I just like felt so excited about it. This is a song that's really like near and dear to my heart, and I love the original version, like the way that I'm playing it now, so much, and I've had a lot of really special emotional moments attached to this song. I know I hurt you deep, but right before I fall asleep, I see you at the end of the hallway. And I just keep walking on the other way, despite you calling me to stay. It's a new thing. And I know I killed you slowly, but I know what I did was right. It doesn't mean I don't miss you. And right before you fall asleep on Monday night, hope you don't see me leaving your arena. I know everything I said wasn't stand-up. Maybe we could still meet in a dream sometime in heaven. And it's my fault in the first place that I dragged you into that headspace. Dinner on the table, kids, a wife at your feet. But you always knew my plans were larger than the biggest backyard we could ever have had on Olive Street. And you blew through my mind like a summertime cyclone, and you blew into my soul as in the quietest night alone. And how could any of us have foreseen, much less you and me, I'd end up being a hurricane that could tear your heart away. I know everything I said wasn't stand-up. Maybe we could still meet in a dream sometime. In Havana. I love that song. Okay, so I was laughing in the middle, or smiling to myself in the middle of that song because, so the person that song is about, we dated briefly before I moved to Los Angeles, and again, tumultuous relationship, very strange. It was totally the right decision for me to get out of that relationship. However, I felt bad about it afterward. Like, I'd never broken up with anyone before. It was, and that was strange. And it was kind of the thing where I couldn't really like decide. So like we would break up, and then I'd be like, oh well, maybe I should just try to make this work, and then I would break up with it. Anyway, bad. But a lot of our relationship was spent, this time period in my life where my friends and I would get together and like pass the guitar around, and there was this impetus to write more because we'd be seeing our friends again who also wrote, and we'd be in the song circle situation soon, and we always wanted something new to show, so we'd write a lot. and which I missed. That part of it I missed. And so it was a lot of debaucherous evenings spent sitting cross-legged on the floor and passing the guitar around, and that was kind of when this person and I met. His name is Danny, and that was when we met, and friendship developed, and then a very strange relationship developed from there. And he actually wrote a song about how I was. Well, he wrote a song called Hurricane Woman, and that was like supposed to be about me, I think. And so I wanted to write, and he blew through my mind like a summertime cyclone. It was like kind of my answer to that. But I wrote that song maybe a year or so after the end of that relationship, so I was already in a different relationship at that point. And I wrote the song, and I loved it, and I finally felt like I was able to say my piece about how I really did treasure him and care for him as a person, and it was really my fault that he got this idea in his mind that I wanted to be something that I didn't really end up wanting to be for him or with him, and which is that was the whole point of the song, and that I was sorry, and that I really missed him and all that stuff. And I thought to myself, if ever we are in a song circle, if by some crazy stretch of the imagination we're ever in a song circle again, I will play that song, and he will hear it, and he will know it's about him, and then everything will be right, and all amends will be made, and everything will be really good. And at that point in the history of this whole thing, he was not speaking to me, and years passed, living in Austin. He and his girlfriend at the time, I'm not sure if they're still together, I don't know, was coming through, and I have another friend who lives here from that time, so he came and hung out with us, and wouldn't you know, 7-8 years later, we're in a song circle, and it's dark, and we're around a campfire, and the guitar comes my way, and I play the song, and he goes, "Wow, you wrote that? That's so cool, it's so pretty." And I'm like, yeah, no idea. Just absolutely no idea that the song was about him. Apparently, he wasn't that torn up about it. And so I was free. I was finally released. And Jordan, my friend Jordan, was there, and he was present for both the actual relationship and the little song exchange thing that I pathetically, embarrassed myself in front of him about. And he was like, "You're always just trying to make a thing out of something that's not a thing." And I was like, all right, well, I guess that's just how I operate. Anyway, I was thinking about that while I was playing you guys that song. I thought that was just really funny that I did that, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was more of a thing. All right. So Ian asked for this one. And I was talking about this song earlier. I haven't played it in so long, I'm not even sure if I could get through it. But we'll give it a try. Michelle, did you know that story? Did I tell you about that? My baby's in the morgue tonight. My baby's in the morgue. Are her ears full of the fun I made? Is her throat all swollen with scorn? Are her eyes covered by the ferryman's fare? Now must need be one. The baby's in the morgue tonight. My baby. My baby's in the ground today. My baby's in the ground. The prayers which I send her away are the one by which she was found. And though I still be walking around at her side, I shall always stay. Even though she's the only one put in the ground today. Oh God, my baby in the ground. baby's in the sky tonight. My baby's in the sky. And I shan't see her cross its stars. Should I begin to cry? And so with unwedded eye, I shall heave in unending sigh. The baby's in the sky tonight. Forever. There you go, Ian. Babies in the Morgue. I never, ever, ever play that one, so that one's special just for you. There's another one that that Dexter and Wanda requested that I'm going to go ahead and do for the replay. This one is called Halloween Song, and it is called that because the Halloween right before I turned 18, I met like my first great love, and you know, there was a relationship that followed from that, and so I wrote this song several years after, 4 or 5 years after that, and it's just kind of about you know, your childhood, like, you know, kind of transitioning from childhood into adulthood and experiencing that for the first time, and how, you know, I think everyone kind of feels that, like, that you don't ever forget that first one. You know, there's always like a little bit of it that lingers with you. The Torch song, right? My pleasure, Ian. Thanks for asking for it. It's funny how these feelings are almost finally dead, and I can only now articulate what's been going through my head over the last several years that I've been without him. Now that those memories have suddenly all grown dim, but even so, here I am, just still trying to grasp the image of every sad smile, the sound of every quick gasp, anything that emanated from his perfect smile frame, from the way he felt in my arms to the sound of his name. And I know I can't be transported back to that single Halloween, where everything I knew had nothing to do with my most cherished used up dream. That single day that altered my way. Was he right in that we were wrong? That we never fit together enough all along? And despite my present bliss, I'm still wondering about where I might be now if we just seen what could have all panned I really was too weak and he was just too strong. Maybe he never heard the right words. Maybe I never wrote the right song. Maybe I was much too past obsessed and he was too forward thinking. His eyes always open and mine always blinking. I don't move along, it's just that I know what to miss. The signs on his shirts, the taste of his kiss. It's been that same first taste of love. I've had some trouble giving up. Okay, that one's called Halloween Song, and even though that song is a song that I wrote during the Orange Days on Lemon Street era, I want to say I wrote that maybe 2007 or so. We never released it. I just released it last year as kind of a special Halloween Lexland release. So that's up on Bandcamp if you guys like that song. It's sort of a obscure tune of mine. It's not on any albums, but I have released it. It's called Halloween Song. Thanks everyone so much for tuning in. Let me know if you're watching so that I can give you a little personal shout out. If not, thank you so much for spending time with me. Thank you so much for being my patron. I so appreciate you. This was a wild week, and I'm really glad that you guys hung out with me, and I just would love to give you a personal thank you. I know Michael took off for tonight. Kylie Sky, perhaps you are still here. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight and for sending in that request. Michelle, of course, is really wonderful to have you. Ken, if you're still here, thank you so much. Corey, if you're still here, thank you so much. Ian, I think you are still here. Thank you. Yes, it is on my fan. Thank you, Ian. Thank you so much, Ian, for being here. Really, all of you. Thank you. I guess I feel worried that if I say thank you too much, it will dilute its power and meaning, but I want to say it because at its fullest strength, undiluted solution, I want to express that to you a multitude of times. Thank you so much for supporting me, for hanging out tonight. This was really fun. I hope you guys had a good time. And send me a message on wherever we hang out, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Let me know what you thought about the concert, how you felt about 7 Songs in 7 Days, how you felt about Patreon, and if you would like to see another Patron concert sometime soon, because this was a blast. I hope you had a good time. Thank you so much. I'll likely be back on the Facebook live stream tomorrow morning, so hopefully I'll catch you guys there. If not, I'll see you sometime soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Take care, and let's see, can I remember how to stop this broadcast? Oh yeah, okay. Alright, I'm leaving now. Bye!